music mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs will remain in federal custody after pleading not guilty on Tuesday to 3 criminal charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. His arrest on Monday followed a series of sexual assault allegations and a federal investigation. Sean "Diddy" Combs has always been known for his lavish lifestyle, chart-topping hits, and his influence over hip-hop culture. But in a shocking turn of events, Diddy has found himself at the center of a legal storm that could change everything. The iconic music mogul, who's built a billion-dollar empire, now faces allegations that could tarnish his legacy forever. A sex trafficking case that has sent shockwaves across the entertainment world. The charges? Involvement in an underground network of exploitation that no one saw coming. How did the man who once ruled the music charts with artists like Notorious Big and ushered in an era of hip-hop royalty get tangled in such a scandal? Before we break down the story, let's rewind a little and understand who Sean "Diddy" Combs is. Born in Harlem in 1969, Sean Combs grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, and from a young age, it was clear that he was destined for greatness. After the tragic murder of his father when he was just 2 years old, Diddy was raised by his mother, Janice Combs, who worked tirelessly to provide for her family. Despite the early adversity, Diddy was determined to make something of himself, and he used his circumstances as motivation. Diddy first made waves in the music industry during his time as an intern at Uptown Records, where he quickly worked his way up to become a talent director. This is where his eye for talent really took off. In 1993, he founded his own record label, Bad Boy Records, and brought hip-hop legends like Notorious Big and Faith Evans into the spotlight. The 90s were Diddy's golden era. His influence over the music scene was undeniable, and his fame skyrocketed as he began producing hits and expanding his brand into fashion, beverages, and media. He has often been in the headlines for his volatile relationships, business disputes, and high-profile run-ins with the law. Yet, nothing compares to the scandal he's currently facing. The story of Diddy's alleged involvement in sex trafficking first started simmering beneath the surface earlier this year, when rumors began circulating about his association with certain questionable individuals. It all started when a whistleblower, someone close to the industry, came forward with allegations that Diddy was linked to an underground sex trafficking network operating in the shadows of the entertainment world. Sean "Diddy" Combs, the music mogul who helped shape the careers of some of the biggest names in hip-hop and R&B, was denied bail and jailed on Tuesday after being indicted on 3 federal charges. The indictment accuses him of using his vast business empire to exploit, threaten, and traffic women to satisfy his sexual desires and protect his reputation. Prosecutors in the Southern District of New York charged Combs with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting individuals for prostitution in an indictment unsealed on Tuesday. The 54-year-old, along with members of his security team, household staff, personal assistants, and other associates, is accused of running a criminal enterprise that engaged in crimes such as sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Central to the indictment are allegations that Combs organized elaborate sex parties, referred to as freak-offs, where drugs were distributed, sex workers were transported across state and international borders, and women were coerced into participating through threats and violence. During his arraignment in Manhattan, Combs appeared somber as he pleaded not guilty, with his 3 adult sons and other supporters present. 2 of the charges carry the potential for life imprisonment. Prosecutors requested that Combs remain in custody until trial. In a memo, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams argued that Combs' history of violence could not be mitigated by bail conditions and labeled him a flight risk who poses a serious threat to the community. The memo, which states that the government interviewed over 50 victims and witnesses, details decades of alleged physical abuse by Sean "Diddy" Combs against women, including some with whom he had romantic relationships. It also cites the 2011 kidnapping of an individual referred to only as Individual 1, as a reason for his continued detention. Additionally, the memo notes that during a search of Combs' Miami home in March, agents discovered 3 AR-15 rifles in his bedroom closet, 2 of which were disassembled, but with loaded magazines. The serial numbers on the firearms had been defaced, according to U.S. Attorney Damian Williams. At the hearing, Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson highlighted Combs' history of substance abuse as another reason to deny bail. She added that when Combs was arrested Monday night at a Manhattan hotel, law enforcement found a pink powder in his room, suspected to be a narcotic. Combs' attorneys proposed a $50 million bond, backed by equity in his $48 million Miami home, arguing he wasn't a flight risk, with his passport and those of his family held by his legal team. However, Judge Robin Tarnofsky denied bail, citing Combs' substance abuse and anger issues. The indictment demands forfeiture of any property or money used in the alleged crimes, though no specific assets were named. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams reflected on Combs' downfall, noting, "A year ago, Sean Combs received the key to New York City. Today, he faces justice." Outside the courthouse, Combs' lawyer Mark Agnifilo declared his client's innocence, stating, "He'll fight this with all his energy and confidence in his lawyers. I expect a long battle with a good result for Mr. Combs." Combs is the highest-profile music artist facing sexual misconduct charges since R. Kelly's conviction. His career, which once launched stars like the Notorious Big, Mary J. Blige, and Usher, has declined since his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, filed a bombshell lawsuit in November accusing him of years of abuse. While Combs denied wrongdoing, the lawsuit was settled in a day. The allegations in the indictment echo claims from Ventura's lawsuit, including accusations of forced participation in drug-fueled sex parties called freak-offs. The 14-page indictment describes these events as elaborate, produced sex performances that Combs allegedly arranged, directed, and often recorded. According to the indictment, Combs and his associates lured women into his world under the guise of romantic relationships, then used threats, coercion, and drugs to force their participation. No victims are named, but Victim 1 mirrors allegations Ventura made, including a 2016 hotel assault caught on video. The indictment also accuses Combs of bribing witnesses and victims to prevent negative publicity and impede investigations, particularly after Ventura's lawsuit in late 2023. U.S. Attorney Williams stated that Combs did not act alone, suggesting others may face charges, and encouraged anyone with information to come forward. Since Ventura's lawsuit, multiple others have accused Combs of sexual misconduct, claims his legal team continues to deny. What's next for Sean Diddy Combs? His trial promises to be one of the most high-profile legal battles in recent memory, with the world watching closely. As Diddy fights to clear his name, questions remain. Will this case expose deeper truths about the entertainment industry? Are other powerful figures involved? Or is Diddy innocent and falsely accused? Regardless of the outcome, this controversy has already left a lasting mark on his legacy. Once a hip-hop mogul, Diddy's story now intertwines with scandal. The trial will determine if he clears his name or becomes another cautionary tale of power misused. Well, that's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it engaging, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to stay updated with more captivating content, hit that red subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video from us. Your support means everything.